Hello everyone, this is Mark. How are you today? I have already been to the exhibition. I went to the exhibition last month. In this lesson, we're going to look at the difference between the present perfect simple and the past simple. This grammar point has been a problem for many English students, but even for native English speakers. I talked about the past simple and the present perfect simple separately in my past lessons. In this lesson, I want to concentrate on the differences between them. So let's look at the most important point of the present perfect simple. It's used for emphasizing actions, okay? So we can say, as my introductory example was, I have been to the exhibition. We can say it recently. Already. I have already been to the exhibition. Or I have recently been to the exhibition. Here is important the action and not the time. In the past simple, instead, we concentrate on the time that it happened. So the action is important, but also the time. So when it happened. So I gave you the introductory example. I went to the exhibition last month. So obviously went is important because it's the past of go. So I went last month. And last month is important because we specify the time. Having said that, if we want to know if the person has done an action or not, we use the present perfect simple. And to ask a question then, have you been to the exhibition? And in this case, we are asking about the action and not the time. Obviously, when you answer to that question, you can say, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. When I said, yes, I have, we can even say, I went to the exhibition last month. Okay, and that means that I'm giving you the time of the action, and in that case, we use the past simple. Okay, some students think that the present perfect simple is just a present. Well, they're right, but it's not just a present, it's even a past tense. Okay, the past simple is just a past tense. Okay, so let's look at some examples with that. Okay, so I can say in my case, I have lived or I have been living in Rome since 1997. Do I live in Rome? Yes, I do. Okay, this is the answer to the first sentence. I have been living in Rome or I have lived in Rome since 1997. What happens if I say I lived in Toronto for 27 years? I lived in Toronto for 27 years. Do I live in Toronto? No, I don't. This is a past action and is finished. By the way, if you want to know the difference between for and since, there is a lesson specifying the differences. Okay, is under the playlist Confusing English. Other examples could be, it hasn't snowed this week, with an unfinished action. Okay, so present perfect simple. It snowed yesterday or last week, finished action. I have been to the cinema recently. I went to the cinema last week. Okay, and so on. So now let's recap. I said that the present perfect simple is used when we want to emphasize the action and not the time. So the time is not that important. Okay, we also use it to indicate an unfinished action. and is not only a past tense, is even a present tense because it's something that started in the past and continues up to now. The past simple instead is to emphasize the time, so the time is very important, and so when it happened, the action is also used for finished actions. So, I went to the cinema last week. I saw you yesterday, and so on. Now I have a question for you. Have you been to Scotland? If you have, when did you go? Have you been to Scotland? If you have, when did you go? I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you have any suggestions, comments, or questions, write them under this video. Have a great day and please don't forget to share. Bye bye.